Welcome to the Confidence and Clarity Boost session. This is where we're going to figure out where you're at in this life journey, and I'm going to help you make sure you get moving in the right direction for you with some clear action steps. I'll show you here's where you're at, and here's where you need to go to get to the next phase. And today we have Jeanie here, and
Hi.
yeah, welcome, Jeanie. Jeanie answered some questions, and before we get to any of that, all right, Jeanie, imagine 6 months from now. We're sitting down having this conversation and everything's gone really, really well for you. Okay.
Okay.
And your life's really turned around. You've got great momentum going. What does that look like for you? And what does that feel like?
I guess that would look like that I was doing something creative and giving back in a way that I felt was really valuable and being appreciated at my work. I mean, I am appreciated at my job now, but I would like to do something with a broader emphasis. So I would like to feel like I was using my full potential with my career, my job, and having it be in a creative field. And I would be in a really amazing, great, connected relationship. And let's see, what else would I be doing? I would be my debts would be paid off. I would be in a really, really great place with financial abundance.
Yeah, no, those are good.
Mhm.
And let's see, what do you think is the biggest roadblock to your goals and growth so far?
I feel like it's been financial. I feel held back financially. I feel like I have student debts that are still needing to be paid, credit card debts. Like, I want to go back to school. I want to do all these things and I feel stuck. And because I feel like there's no way, I have to pay off all these debts first. So it keeps me in a little bit of inaction. I think that's a fallacy. I don't think I have to pay off all my debts first, but it feels that way. I feel really blocked by that.
Okay, so it's old ideas. It's probably self-esteem too.
Yeah, because I feel badly that these debts are even there.
Yeah, it's just money. But I
Yeah.
so understand, believe me. So here's what you wrote. You said, if you could wave the magic wand 6 months and have everything turn around and get great momentum in your life, that would look like you're paying off your debts and you're using your money to go back to school or to invest in your acting career. And you can travel and be with your family, your friends. And
Yes.
then also on the relationship side, you'd be with your soulmate, somebody amazing who's your life partner. And everything feels connected and flowing, and you're achieving your dreams. You're not held back by money or lack of connection or financial access. You feel confident and dynamic and spiritually in tune.
Yeah.
And you said your largest obstacle was feelings of insecurity and financial. Again, it has to do with the financial. Where you want to get to is living a confident and fulfilled life. All right. So based on what you filled out, so what I've done is 3 different phases, and you're probably between the phase 1, where you're feeling kind of burnt out, jealous. You don't want to tell anyone because you see other people doing what it is that you want to do. And you're scared that life's passing you by and the inner critic's going.
I've been feeling really great lately, just recently. So I don't feel jealous or anything like that, but I do sometimes feel like life is passing me by. So, yes.
Okay, yes, definitely stopped. Yeah. But then that inner critic, like, why don't I have this? Or why aren't I here? And that kind of a thing. There's some really easy action steps you can take for this. And then the middle stage is where you start silencing that inner critic and you notice your negative self-talk and you start feeling self-compassion instead of beating yourself up. And where you want to get to is the third phase. And also in the second phase, you feel awkward, but you start realizing, hey, I can have all this. I can have all of it. And you start taking intentional instead of haphazard steps towards everything. And in the third phase, you're feeling empowered, independent, and satisfied, and you're living confident and fulfilled your life's path. You're really clear and focused. And that's when your inner voice is nurturing, kind, and compassionate, and you've silenced that inner judgmental self-talk. So really clear action steps that you can start taking. First is noticing that negative self-talk when it rears itself again. When anything about the money or anything else, because you've already said, oh, I don't think it is the money, but sometimes it is. your head starts going,
Mhm.
oh, it is the money, because you don't have to pay all the
Mhm.
student loans at once. You just have to make a payment. And money comes and goes. It just does. We have to make payments. Like, that's just what it is, as long as you show up. And people that are doing, I mean, I've had horrendous financial situations, and I've had times when I didn't. It just, like, that's life, I think.
Right. It's not really
And
an excuse.
yeah, and finding somebody who is doing what it is that you want to do and asking them, how did you get here? Because you never have to invent the wheel. How did you get to
Mhm.
do what it is that you're doing career
Mhm.
wise? And find a couple people, because you might not like the answer for that first person, or maybe it's just not satisfying. It doesn't resonate with you, that kind of a thing. And you could just
Okay.
Google contact information, email address for that person. I mean, there's so many ways to get that information. And, but
Okay.
first thing is noticing your negative self talk. It's so important when your head starts saying, oh, I can't have that relationship. I can't have this. I have debt. Okay, so what? And doing affirmations and knowing that you're beautiful, you're worthwhile. You can have all of it, every single bit of it. But, first on the work front, what do you want work to look like? What fills you up? What exactly is it that you want to do? And getting really clear. And that's where journaling comes in, and
Okay.
experiment with what works. What do you want that to look like? What, when you think about it, makes you really happy and just fills you with joy, and
Are
get
you asking
really
me?
clear.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I do on
Yeah.
the
So you
journaling.
journal,
Yeah.
but well, what is it?
Okay.
So what, I mean, I know you love acting, but do you still love it? Do you know? Is that something you want to do? You want to be creative, you said.
I also really like writing. I would love to write. I would love to be a professional writer. Sounds stupid, but I also want to go back to
No, see,
school.
that was a then did you hear? You said sounds stupid. So that's a
Yes.
negative self-talk. How can that sound stupid? Nobody can write the way you can write. Everybody has their own unique voice.
I feel like I also want to go back to school and get my master's in psychology. I feel like that's part of the problem, that I've always felt stuck, because I'm like, I want to do this, but then I want to do that. But then, oh, yeah, that sounds cool too. And then what about this? So I'm always hedging my bets and kind of doing a little bit of here and a little bit of there, and then not moving forward. So I think part of that is trying to figure out which path I need to be on. And I don't really understand how to do that. Like, how do you figure out which is the right? Am I supposed to be writing a book or a screenplay? Am I supposed to be focusing on acting? Should I be trying to get my master's? How do I know which is the right path? That's like also an issue of mine.
So to get clarity on the career path is journal, and then experiment with what works for you to give you clarity. There's three main ways to get it.
Okay.
Journaling, and put at the
Hmm.
top of the page, what's right for me? And then handwrite. God, please lead my pen in honesty. And then write, and you'll get to your truth. And also, you can set a timer for 5 minutes and say, what should I be doing? Should I go to school? Should I write? You can always write. You can set aside an hour a day and write. Just start writing and set a timer, ask the question, and then concentrate on the in breath and the out breath for 5 minutes, and set the question to the universe. The right answer
Hmm.
comes. When in doubt, do nothing and wait for the right answer to come. And the third way is breath work, because you may be stuck, right? And you said that
Okay.
before. There's a lot of breath work techniques to see if, are you breathing? Are you holding your breath? And that's why the in breath and the out breath for a 5 minute timer, and just throw the question out to the universe and make sure you're breathing and just relax. And if you don't get an answer, do it again the next day, or do it a few hours later, and just wait. And so journaling and doing the breathing for 5 minutes, and then just relax. A lot of times the right answer comes, and then I'm like, I don't know if I made that up. And
Right.
you didn't. And don't go asking different people, because the answer's within. You know the right answer for you, and look for why you want it. Now, I can give you a whole bunch of questions to answer if you have limiting beliefs that are blocking you. Talk to other people that are doing it, but you have to notice your negative self talk. It's so important, because you said, I'd like to write, but that's stupid. It's not stupid. How could that be stupid? You're a writer if you want to write, and you start writing. That makes you a writer. And if you have this vision of yourself doing something, like, there's a reason you have that vision, and there's no reason
Okay.
you can't go to school and be a writer.
That's true
But
too. Yeah.
I mean, only you know that. So that's how you get clarity.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed I was holding my breath for a long time during this session. So that's definitely something I can work
Yeah.
on.
Okay. So now with relationships, again, you need to get clarity. You can't just say, I want my soulmate. I want to get clear. You have to get
Okay.
really, really specific on the relationship front too. You can't
Okay.
just say, I want this. You have to be really clear of who it is and what kind of person you want to be in a relationship with. I don't drink coffee, but how it was told to me is that when people go to Starbucks, they're very specific with their order. They
Mhm.
want an iced latte, hold the this and get the this. You make a list of what it is that you want in a relationship. Monogamous, straight, if you want, like what you want, somebody who respects you and that you respect, and a family oriented if you want that, or whatever qualities you want. The
Okay.
physical characteristics aren't as important as the attributes, if you understand what I mean. And you make
Yes.
a list, and then you visualize and you feel into what would it feel like to have this person here, or you're waiting for them to come and you visualize yourself making dinner, or they've made dinner for you, or getting ready to go out on a date, and you start calling in, and you can imagine you're waiting, he's in the shower and you're getting ready to go out, and you just feel the feeling of him being there with you and the person with
Okay.
those characteristics.
Okay.
Does
I
that
can
make
do
sense?
that.
Yeah, it's fun. But you make a list of all the characteristics that you would want in this person, a very exhaustive list, right? It's not the tall, dark, and handsome, this many feet tall and this color eyes, because that's really limiting. It's more respectful, nice, kind, whatever. I don't want to give you the characteristics
Right.
necessarily.
And so then you
um,
just write it down and just
yes.
kind of turn it over to the universe again.
And you visualize that person, and you visualize what it would be like to be with that person. And then you start calling in that person. Ariel
Okay.
Ford on her website, she's one of the first interviews I did. She's really good. She has a feelingization meditation. I don't even know what you call it, where you pretend like the person's already there. It's such a feel good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun that you pretend like the person's already there and you call them in, and yeah, it's a very fun. I don't know how else to say it. So she's got a
Yeah.
great one that she does, and she talks about it a lot. And you start calling in your soulmate, and you know that you're
That
both getting ready
sounds
for each
fun.
other. Yeah, it is. It's very fun. And know that you're just
Yeah.
been getting ready for each other and preparing, and it's not ready, you're not ready for each other till you're ready for each other. And you do the work on yourself just like he's doing work on his self.
Do you believe in soulmate? And from your work and experience, like, do you believe in that idea of soulmate?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's people that are definitely meant for each other, and
Okay.
there's a comfortability, and I mean, I can tell Scott anything, and I do, and I can tell him, okay, I'm not that good. He can talk much better than I can, and I'm like, okay, this might not come out great, but just let me work my way through it. I don't mean to hurt your feelings if it doesn't come out well. And, so there's a comfortability also.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I wanted, I wanted to be able to just like be me and
Yeah, I want that too,
not worry.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Right.
and he's got a great family, and, there's things that I knew I wanted. I love his family. Like, we just came back from a wedding on his side, and I was like, I put together a dinner with all his family because I love them. They're so great.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. What about if you feel like you're lacking? Like, I feel like, my family's kind of disconnected, and I feel like I don't like if someone's wanting someone that comes from a great family,
Yeah, you
that's
don't
not
have to
me.
worry
Like,
about that. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. You worry about you. So it's time for affirmations. They want you. They're not coming for you for your family. It was something I wanted. They're
okay,
coming for
okay,
you.
all right,
Yeah. So that's
okay,
where affirmations come in, that you know that you can look in the mirror and look at your eyes and say, I'm so grateful and thankful that the perfect person for me is coming. I'm so grateful and thankful that the perfect work situation is unfolding right now in the universe. I'm so grateful and thankful that
hmm,
all the answers are within. I'm so grateful and
okay,
thankful that I
okay,
know exactly what to do for my life, for me. I'm so grateful and thankful that, and then fill in the blanks. But look in your mirror, in your eyes, not at your hair or anything else, and say them out loud. I'm so grateful and thankful that money flows so easily and effortlessly and continuously for me. There you go. How's
I
that?
like
That's
that.
a good one.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Right?
take all of those.
And as you do that, you'll see you're getting clarity, especially the journaling. You journal 10 minutes a day, and then you're back to writing, which you want to do anyway. But it's getting all that out, and it gives you so much clarity. And you'll see through that, you're getting clarity, but also through the affirmations, you're getting so much confidence. And you know that just the right person is going to be in your path at just the right time. But you don't want someone who isn't right for you. And as you get better, because we attract what we are. And so as your confidence rises, you're going to get somebody who's confident, and you want somebody who works and you want somebody who's financially stable. I mean, you want that on your list. And through that, you're going to feel empowered through doing all this. You feel empowered and independent. And the better you feel, the better quality people that you start calling into your life. And the more you know, yes, I am a writer. Yes, I am a creative. Yes, I am a good earner.
I like saying that the answers are within and that I'll be able to access them and that I'll be able to know and have clarity and all of that stuff. Because, like I said, not knowing, having all these different ideas of what I want to do has always held me back. So I'd love to get that clarity and be like 100% certain. Okay, you really need to focus on this. And I know I can do two things at once, but I don't know.
But you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to. And you can take an introductory course and say, oh, is this something I want to do? I might not want to do this. Or you could talk to somebody else who's gone back to school and see how they're doing and if they like it.
Yeah. I went out to dinner last week with two women that had gone back to graduate school. One has her doctorate. It was really insightful and helpful. And ever since then, I've been actually feeling more uplifted because I felt like this might be possible for me. So
anything's possible. Yeah, of course it's possible.
And then they were saying, they were like, I took out more loans and don't worry about the loans. Like the money will come.
Yeah.
And that's like a new way of approaching it for me. But it was so much more empowering. I was like, I'm already in debt. If I need to take out more loans to do something I really want to do, that's okay. I don't have to pay for school from my pocket necessarily. Thankfully, I can take out a loan. So anyways, I'm seeing my perspective starting to shift a little bit with some action. So I'm excited about doing some more journaling, specific journaling and affirmations. I haven't been doing those. So I need to start doing those.
Yeah, no, that's great. And on the relationship front too, making that list.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Do you have questions?
I feel like I've been asking questions throughout this. No, I feel like you were pretty clear. So you said action 3 things. So it's, writing the list, talking to people, journaling, getting clear, and doing affirmations.
Yeah, and I took notes for you, so you didn't have to. Yeah. So I'll send you that when we're done. So if anybody listening wants to do a confidence and clarity boost session, just let me know, and we'll figure out where you're at on this journey, and I'll help you make sure you're moving in the right direction and get some clear action steps. Just go to the website and schedule your free session while they last. This is a temporary offering, and they're filling up fast. Just go to 52weeksofhope.com and schedule yours. Thanks, Jeanie.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Yeah, it was really great. Thank you.